What's up, my peeps? Time for a brand new episode of WWE Mayhem, and in today's episode, I'm going to talk about this Money in the Bank update a bit more. Also, we got some brand new details in regards to the Money in the Bank loot case itself. We already know from the event schedule that this loot case is unlike any other loot case. If you get the Money in the Bank loot case, you will be able to get a guaranteed 4-star superstar if you wait long enough. And that's the key phrase right there, if you wait long enough. Now, we know that, but we also got a few more details now. Also, on top of that, they posted up a brand new promotional picture for the Money in the Bank update and the Money in the Bank event. But before we get to that, I want to go ahead and address a comment from the last video. So, in the last video, somebody posted up a comment saying, hey, you guys are all paying attention to this Money in the Bank update. But in this very video, we're looking at him blocking charge attacks. So, I thought this was pretty clear already, but I guess not. The good thing is, though, a bunch of you already knew what was up and you replied to him. So basically, for those of you who are still confused, this isn't me figuring out some secret technique to all of a sudden block charge attacks again. Sorry to say that you can't do that still, or maybe anymore, ever, again. Instead, when you see that on one of my recent videos, that just means that this was footage that was recorded months ago or weeks ago, or basically prior to that update that changed the way charge attacks work. So no, I wasn't blocking charge attacks, in a video or from some footage that was recorded that day. So that aside, now that that's clear, another thing that I want to address is people, and this is like the most asked question in regards to this Money in the Bank update. When's the update coming out? Here's the thing, guys, nobody knows the exact date and time that it's coming out. I don't even think Reliance Games knows, because at this point, I'm pretty sure the update is in the approval process, so it's been sent to Google and Apple for them to approve of the update so it could actually go up on the Google Play Store and the App Store on iOS. If you guys remember the Backlash update, the last big update, the Backlash update was extremely delayed, and they did say that it was because it took a long time for the update to get approved. Actually, it took so much time that the update actually came out after the Backlash event was over in real life, the Backlash pay-per-view. Usually, these events take place on the weekend starting on Friday, so it's actually before the actual pay-per-view airs. Now, when it comes to the Money in the Bank event, the first one is going to take place on Friday. And going by the past updates, it seems like it is pretty much a requirement to get the update and update the game for you to actually play the events related to the update. So to play the Elimination Chamber event, for it to actually show up in the game, you've got to go ahead and download the Elimination Chamber update. Same thing with WrestleMania, same thing with Backlash. You had to get the update that was related to the event for that weekend. So, with the first Money in the Bank event taking place on Friday, and knowing that you need the update to play the Money in the Bank event, and the fact that it's likely Thursday by the time you're watching this, the update should be out either today or tomorrow, delays aside. Keep in mind, I said delays aside. If the update is delayed past Friday, then the event will likely also be delayed, or we'll get less Money in the Bank events, which I think was the case with Backlash. I think we were supposed to get more Backlash events, but because of the large delay, we ended up, I think, getting only 2 Backlash events instead, and they were Backlash recap events. But anyways, comments and release questions aside, let's get to this brand new information in regards to the Money in the Bank loot case. So somebody on the community page posted up a thread talking about the loot case, the Money in the Bank case, and he said that, I saw, the idea with the Money in the Bank case, you get a guaranteed 4-star superstar if you wait long enough to open it up, but he brought up a very interesting point, and he was like, with this Money in the Bank briefcase, if we have it and we have to wait long enough to open it to get that guaranteed 4-star, that kind of brings up a problem where we won't be able to use the open all feature, because that would mean we would also open up the Money in the Bank loot case, so we would have to go ahead and open up all our loot cases one by one, basically the manual way, and that's going to take some time, and we'll have to do that because we don't want to accidentally open up the Money in the Bank loot case in the process of clicking on open all or open 10 or whatever. So, very good points. I didn't think of that when, they initially announced how the Money in the Bank loot case would work. So Reliance Games replied to that saying, don't worry Shalendra, hopefully I said that right, not sure if I did. The only way to open the Money in the Bank loot case is to select it on the loot case menu. When you do, a pop-up will appear asking you if you are sure you don't want to wait, so that's great. So this way, you won't accidentally open up the loot case if you're, willing to wait the time required to wait to get that guaranteed 4-star. You're not gonna one day, oh crap, I clicked on open 10 and I opened up my Money in the Bank loot case and I didn't mean to. So it's a good thing that they thought of that. This way, you won't accidentally open it up because the only way to open it is to go on the loot case and click on open, and then there's gonna be pretty much a confirmation pop-up telling you, you sure you want to do this? So, very good job there. And I think asking the player for confirmation for things like this is a great thing, and it's a much needed thing. I remember one of the things that I really didn't like about Supercard is that it was really easy to accidentally buy some bouts. I remember at some point I was playing either Road to Glory or Ring Domination, don't remember which one, but I was looking to get some more bouts by watching some ads. And if you guys play Supercard, there's an option to get 1 bout, and then right under an option to get 5 bouts, and then right under that there's an option to watch an ad to get a free bout. So I was like, let me go ahead, get a free bout, and I'm going through this pretty quickly, and I accidentally clicked on the 5 bouts option, and bam, it took my credits. No confirmation, no nothing, no, hey, are you sure you want to go ahead and get this? No, it just took away the credits right away. So, yeah, that's one thing I didn't like, so nice to see there's going to be confirmation here. Also, on a kind of unrelated note, since I'm talking about Reliance Games answering people's questions here, they also answered somebody's request for blood in the game, and they said that no, this is not going to happen pretty much. They said, we love how everyone submits cool game ideas. Unfortunately, this idea would push our game into a direction that we really don't want to go. Our superstars could bleed candy or confetti, but not blood. Think of the children. So, no blood, although I don't know why anybody expected that. And also somebody replied to that comment asking if they could make Dean Ambrose a fast striker, kinda like The Undertaker has the American Badass version who's got the fast strikes. And they replied to that also saying, we'll look into it. If it happens, it will most likely be to celebrate him coming back from injury. So there is a slight possibility that maybe we could get a different Dean Ambrose with some quick strikes, or maybe he gets his strike switched. Although we haven't seen, have we seen anybody get their strike switch? Like, not somebody getting a new version of themselves with some different strikes, but somebody actually getting their strikes changed, and I don't think it's happened so far. So that would be a first. Anyways, I want to go ahead and address something that I forgot to address in the last video, because in the last video I was like, yo, I have like this theory on why we're getting so much stuff in this Money in the Bank update. This update is pretty much like the biggest update yet. We're getting so much stuff at once, more than any other update in the past, more than the WrestleMania update, more than the Elimination Chamber update. We're getting a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of stuff that people have requested. A lot of matches. Tag team finishers, the Money in the Bank loot case. Now, the Money in the Bank case isn't something that anybody requested, but it's a really cool feature. Also, on top of that, the ability to steal finishers, and that's just what we know. And also the Bludgeon Brothers. So it's a really big update, and like I said, I think it's the biggest one. And it's Money in the Bank. It's not WrestleMania. It's not, the Rumble. So it's not one of the biggest pay-per-views, but it is a pretty big pay-per-view nonetheless. And the reason that I think this is the biggest and best one yet is pretty simple. This is the longest period of time in between pay-per-views that they've had to work on this stuff. It's been a while since we've had over a month wait in between pay-per-views. Backlash was on May 6th, and we're getting Money in the Bank on June 17th, so that's over a month. That's over a month and a week. So that's more time for them to work on the update, and that is my theory on why we're getting so much in the Money in the Bank update. Really looking forward to it, and I honestly think this is the best update yet, just looking at what we're gonna get. I think aside from the Money in the Bank update, the best update that we got so far might have been the Elimination Chamber updates. I initially thought that Mania would get the biggest and best update, but I don't really remember what was in the WrestleMania updates. I think the Chamber update might have been the best one, although it's hard to, recall every single thing that was added with every single update. I will say this, what I think is or was the worst update was the update that dropped and changed the whole way charge attacks worked. and charge attacks were no longer blockable, or at least not blockable the same way they used to be. You have to time the block. Now, one final thing before I close this video out, they posted this up on Twitter and also Facebook. Countdown to the biggest night this month officially begins. The Money in the Bank update will be out soon. Till then, keep continuing to bring on the mayhem. Hashtag Rusev Day. You see a picture with Rusev on the left, a ladder in the middle, hyping up the ladder match, and also on the right side, the participants in the Money Bank ladder match, with still the New Day being a mystery, or the New Day member that's going to participate in it being a mystery, because we don't know who it's going to be. And once again, we see Finn without the face paint. Hopefully, this Money in the Bank update is the time where we finally get Finn Balor without the face paint, because this is the second time that they tease him now for this Money in the Bank update. Before this was the picture with all the ladders in the background, and you saw Finn without the face paint, and now this one as well. So, hopefully we get him this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button down below, and in the comment section, let me know, what was your favorite update? I'm not talking about the Money in the Bank update because that's not out yet. From the update that we've already gotten, which one was your favorite and why? Let me know in the comment section. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.